For 3,000 years, China made one rule very clear: women could not rule. Then, one woman broke it. She rose from a low-ranking concubine to become emperor of the most powerful empire. She reformed government, expanded education, strengthened borders. She also crushed rivals, exiled her own children, and ruled through fear. History calls her a monster. Power calls are inevitable. This is the story of Wu Zetian, the only woman to ever rule China as emperor. Wu Zetian was born in 624 CE, far from the throne she would one day command. Her father, Wu Shihuo, was not royalty. He began as a timber merchant. Through loyalty, timing, and smart alliances, he climbed into Tang politics. Her mother came from the aristocratic Yang clan, gave her daughter something rare for a girl then: an education. Wu studied history, literature, music, and Buddhist teachings. By her teenage years, she was sharp-witted, ambitious, and striking, qualities that would carry her straight into the heart of imperial power. At just 14 in 638, she entered Emperor Taizong's court as a tyrant, a low-ranking concubine. She handled secretarial duties. Taizong nicknamed her Mei Niang, charming lady. She impressed him with her mind, advising him on state affairs. When Taizong died in 649, custom demanded childless concubines become nuns. Wu was shaved and sent to Ganye Temple, a seeming end. But fate or ambition intervened. Taizong's son, Emperor Gaozong, had noticed her during visits. By 651, she was recalled as his consort, bearing sons Li Hong in 652, then Li Shen in 653, and later Li Zhi and Li Dan. The palace was a battlefield. To rise, Wu eliminated obstacles with terrifying precision. Rivals were accused of treason, witchcraft. When her infant daughter died suddenly, blame fell on Empress Wang and consort Xiao. Some sources claim Wu allowed the child to die, then used the tragedy to clear her path to power. Truth or propaganda? The result was the same. By 655, at age 31, Wu Zetian became empress consort. Praise her survival in a male-dominated court, or condemn her for the blood spilled along the way. Both are true. Then Gaozong suffered repeated strokes. Wu ruled in all but name. Officials rose and fell by her word. She appointed based on talent, not by bloodlines. She punished corruption ruthlessly, and she silenced dissent. Critics vanish. Even her own sons were not spared. For Wu Zetian, motherhood ended where power began. In a world built by men, she learned a brutal lesson. Mercy could be fatal. After Gaozong's death in 683, Wu placed her son Li Zhi, Emperor Zhongzong, on the throne, then removed him for incompetence. Another son, Li Dan, Ruizong, took his place. Both ruled only in appearance. In 690 CE, at the age of 66, Wu Zetian did the unthinkable. She dethroned Ruizong, ended the Tang dynasty, and crowned herself Huangdi, emperor. Not empress, not regent, emperor. The first and only woman to ever rule China in her own right. Her reign transformed the empire. She expanded civil service exams, allowing commoners into government for the first time. Agriculture improved. Trade flourished along the Silk Road. Borders expanded. She promoted Buddhism to legitimize her rule, even declaring herself a divine figure destined to govern. She ruled for 15 years, years of reform, ambition, and absolute control. As emperor, she subtly reshaped women's place in the empire, honored mothers with titles, elevated women at court, and proved, by sheer authority, that governance was not a male inheritance. But power cast a long shadow. To protect her throne, she built fear. To that end, Wu Zetian introduced the copper boxes, sealed chests placed in the capital and major provinces. Anyone could drop in an accusation. No name, no evidence required. At first, they were framed as justice, a way for the commoners to expose corrupt officials, a tool to uncover real threats to the throne. But fear found its way inside. Anonymous words become weapons. Neighbors turns informants. Friends betrayed friends. Servants denounced their masters. Even families were not safe. The palace filled with whispers. Suspicion became policy. Silence became survival. From the copper boxes emerged a new force, a secret police loyal only to the emperor. Thousands were arrested on nothing more than a slip of paper. Some were imprisoned, others exiled. Many were eliminated before ever facing the trials. Interrogation blurred into torture. Confessions were extracted or invented. Some choose death rather than endure it. Blood ties offered no protection. Her own son, Li Jian, was accused of treason. He was banished and later killed under circumstances historians still debate. Rebellions, like Xu Jingye's, were crushed without mercy. Real enemies fell, and countless imagined one fell with them. The copper boxes had done their work. They protected the throne and poisoned the empire. In her later years, she favored the Jiang brothers, lovers whose corruption tarnished her rule. She had mastered power and also became its prisoner. Confucian historians, hostile to a woman ruling, painted her as a demon, a fox spirit, immoral, unnatural. Yet, even without bias, the record is uneasy. Her reign was brilliant, transformative, and deeply paranoid. By 705, Wu Zetian was 81. Illnesses and age has weakened her. The Jiang brothers alienated the court. The official patience had run out. A coup struck. Led by Chancellor Zhang Jianzhu, conspirators killed the Jiang brothers, forced her to abdicate. For the first time in decades, the woman who had ruled absolutely was stripped of power. Wu spent her final months in quiet seclusion at Shangyang Palace. On December 16, 705, she died. No longer emperor, already a legend. She was buried beside Emperor Gaozong at the Qianling Mausoleum. Her tomb bears a blank stone stele. No praise, no condemnation, just silence. Perhaps even history didn't know what to write. Her legacy. Wu Zetian shattered the greatest political barrier in Chinese history. She proved a woman could rule, not symbolically, but absolutely. Brilliant, ruthless, reformer, and tyrant. Today, some call her a feminist icon, other a despot. The truth lies between. Wu Zetian forces us to ask an uncomfortable question. When women seize power in a brutal system, are they judged for cruelty or punished for succeeding? This is Wu Zetian, the Iron Lotus who bloomed in blood. This is her legacy.